Hey everyone, welcome back to Carrie's Kiss Colors, where I'm taking you through my journey as an independent distributor for SeneGence International. Now, I didn't know a lot about being an independent distributor or about direct sales before I dove right in. So I have done a lot of research in the last few days, watching YouTube videos, reading online, and talking to people to find out what worked for them, what they wish they would have done when they started, and some things that have really been helpful in organizing their small business. I've kind of compiled those ideas and taken the ones that I thought would work for me, and I wanted to share those with you today. So one of the very first things that I did was start a new email account. Now, I'm one of those people that when their parents first got the internet in their house, signed up with Yahoo and got my own email account. I was 11 when that happened, and unfortunately I've been using that same email address since then. So if you know my personal email, that 11 at the end is really how old I was when I started that account. So it was time to put on my big girl panties and get a grown woman email account. So I started an email with Gmail called carrieskisscolors@gmail.com so that I could dedicate everything related to the business to that email. With that email account, I then opened a PayPal account. There's a couple of different ways to accept money from your customers. I've chosen to go with PayPal because I like their invoicing feature. That lets me describe what it is that the customer has ordered, how much they're paying for it, and include the shipping, handling, and taxes, things like that. So I've also set up kind of a link that you can give your customers where it's kind of related to the business. So mine, I think, is paypal.me/kisscolors. Pretty easy for people to remember when they go to pay for their products. Another thing that I did was start my own Amazon account. I wanted to keep things as separate from my personal stuff as I could. So I used that Gmail account to set up my Amazon and whatever else. Of course, I set up this YouTube channel where I'm showing you what it is that I'm doing in my business. Again, this is just me, so you might have different ideas, more ideas. Comment below, let me know. One of the main things that I did though was set up a new bank account. I could have set up a small business account, but I would have had to go to the bank to do that. That's not me. So I just set up a separate account at the bank that I'm already at, but it is just a personal account for right now. Although they will be sending me a new debit card and checks and things like that, I'm mostly going to be using that online feature just to kind of keep my personal funds separate from the business funds. Now, a lot of people open a new credit card as well. I did not do that. However, my husband and I did dedicate one of our credit cards to the business. That's helping me kind of limit what I am investing into the business upfront, as well as keep those funds separate so that I can track what I'm laying out versus what I'm taking in. So along that line, I did want to tell you some of the things that you should be aware of that you'll need if you decide to become an independent distributor, in this case for SeneGence International, but really for any kind of cosmetics. So since my main business is going to be coming from selling lip scents, which by the way, my smudge proof color today is Fire and Ice. I'm kind of addicted to it. I can't stop wearing it. So that one I do have in my own personal collection. However, one of the ideas that I saw from another YouTube video was to just get disposable lipstick applicators, and that way you can crack tester tubes that you can also use as your personal daily use, so that you don't have to have your personal collection, a tester collection, and then inventory product to sell to your customers. I think I got 500 of these disposable applicators on Amazon for maybe $12 and $13, but that is a business expense, right? So I'm keeping that in mind. Another thing that you need are bubble mailers. I just got some 4x6 ones. One of the tips that I had gotten was to not use those really pretty bright pink ones or the ones that have the striped white and blue or white and purple, whatever, because I guess there have been some instances of people taking these small mailers out of the mail because they've kind of caught on that a lot of LipSense distributors use those little envelopes. So I went boring, just manila 4x6 bubble mailers. However, I do want it to be nice for my customers, so I did go ahead and order multicolored organza bags. These are just 4x6s, and I'll show you that they do fit your LipSense products. So I think you could probably get 5 or 6 in a bag this way, and then drop them into those bubble mailers. I got, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 different colors. I just pulled out the blue ones to show you today. So I think I got 200 of those for maybe $8 or $9. So not a huge expense, but again, an expense. Oh, and back to those bubble mailers, I think I got 50 of those for $6 or $7. Another thing that I purchased is a lighted makeup mirror that hopefully is going to be helpful for me when I do things like Facebook Live, because right now I can look into the view thing on my camera, but when I'm on Facebook Live, that tiny screen on my cell phone probably not going to work. So lighted makeup mirror, I think I got mine for $36, and I ordered that from Best Buy if you're interested. Let's see, another thing I just happened to have laying around the house were sticky labels. So you can see I've labeled our mauve ice here as a tester versus like my personal glossy gloss. I put my name on it so that I don't get confused. My husband is very nice to me, and he did purchase for me on Amazon this beautiful product caddy. I don't know what brand or how much that cost. The only thing I don't like about it, don't tell my husband, is that I wish that the lipsticks could go in backwards, because that's where the product labels are, but they kind of fall out. So if you're looking and you find something similar on Amazon, just be aware that the heavy part of your tube has to stick in those little holes. But it's okay. For the most part, I was able to separate. Like I put my glossy glosses over here, my oops removers over there, my specialty glosses I think are there, and then I have my colors. So I had enough space in here to put all of my things, and then these are my testers and my personal collection up here. I'm not going to count. I don't know how many holes are in there, but I do like that it's on the little turnstile. That's just fun. Now, obviously, your biggest expense is going to be your product order. Now, there's a couple of ways that you could do this. If you are just selling to family and friends, or, you know, people are helping with your business because they believe in what you're doing it for. Like in my personal case, I have a lot of people who just want to help us because I'm going to be using my funds, any proceeds, to go towards a wheelchair van for my significantly disabled sister, Bobby Jo, who you saw in a few previous videos. So I have people that maybe have never tried LipSense before, but they know Bobby Jo and they just want to help us out. But where was I going with this? I'm not really sure. But, oh, if you just want to sell to your family and friends, what you can do is have that person pay you, and then you order their product from SeneGence, and then when SeneGence sends it to you, you either give it to them in person or mail it to them, however you want to do that, so that you don't personally have to lay out any money up front for product. However, it does take, I think they say on the website, 48 to 72 hours for the order to be processed. Then it's going to take 4 or 5 business days for that product to get to you. And then if you have to mail it to whoever you're sending it to, another probably 3 to 4 days priority mail. So we're looking at a time period of, in real life, because you know everything goes off business days, that they might have to wait 2 weeks for their product. Now, that's kind of a long time for lipstick. Of course, we live in the era of everything now, right? I will say that the product is worth waiting for. I do really love it. But I do have people that I imagine are going to want to either come over and grab their product from me right away, or, you know, the shipping time that it takes for me to send it to them is already long enough. So a good thing to do is to go ahead and purchase some inventory for yourself, I think. I'm having my live launch party on Facebook on June 25th. I'm going to be starting the party on the 23rd, doing some posts to get people excited about the product, get them interacting on my page. I have planned to do a free giveaway of a specialty gloss. So join my group, Carrie's Kiss Colors, on Facebook. If you can't find it, email me at carrieskisscolors@gmail.com and I'll send you the link. Or you can find it in my description box, of course. So I've kind of, along with planning how much I'm willing to personally invest up front, I did take into account my testers, my all of those things I showed you, and also giveaways for that Facebook party. Now, since I'm just getting into it, I can't tell you how often I'm going to be doing Facebook parties, or that I will give away something at every party. Also, maybe down the line, I won't be giving away LipSense products. Maybe I'll give away something else. For instance, I've recently gotten into making wire jewelry, so I think this is something that I could easily, sorry, my cat just jumped on the table. Everybody want to meet Wally? That's Wally, that cat. So, you know, maybe I'll offer that as a free gift for either signing up as a distributor under me or buying a certain amount of product, whatever it might be. Just to be aware that there's going to be things that you should anticipate that maybe you didn't when you first signed up. Now, of course, everybody wants to get to that 50% discount level. I'm not going to go into the specifics of that today, but basically the idea is the more product you buy from SeneGence, the higher your discount is. And remembering that your discount, hi Wally, Wally wants to be in the video, is going to be basically what your profit margin is. So if you just sign up to sell to family and friends and to build your own collection, you're going to be getting 20% off, which is great, but it's not a lot if you're really trying to make significant income. So I went ahead and put in a 300 PV or point value order so that I could get to the 40% discount level. Because by the time sorry, silly cat again. By the time that I account for some shipping, handling, things like that, and all that I've put into the business aside from just the actual product, I wanted to be able to make something, right? And then another thing that you need to be aware of is the taxes. I personally have decided that I'm going to put aside 30% right now. Oh, seems like a lot for taxes at the end of the year. Since I don't know much about being a small business owner, I just cannot be at the point at the end of the year where I file my taxes and now I owe the government a bunch of money. Please go look at your own information about the rules about who has to file taxes and who doesn't. I'm just going to, at this point, assume that I have to file taxes and that I'm going to owe our government a ton of money because I really want to be super successful at this business, and hopefully I can make a lot of money towards that wheelchair van for Bobby Joe. But I think that pretty much covers what I'm doing so far to help set myself up for success. I would love to hear your ideas about what it is that I'm missing, what you're doing, and what you wish that you would have done right when you first got started so that you could be successful. Of course, there's going to be things that I don't know about, so please dialogue with me about that. Of course, I would love your thumbs up. Hit that little bell icon so you can get notified about when I upload videos. subscribe to my channel, all that good YouTube stuff. Find me on Facebook, of course, Carrie's Kiss Colors. Y'all know my email address now, and catch me on the next video. Thanks.